What's the sensation like? Because I was in school here, and a lot of us go to games, and we can only imagine what's that got to be like to hear your name called over the loudspeaker, to make a basket in a place that you grew up as a fan of.
Yeah, I always think back to my younger years when my dad and I drove down here for the games, and I looked at the players like, wow, those are my role models. That's what I want to be someday. And now I just try to treat those kids like how I was. They look up to us like I did them back in the day, and it's a great opportunity for myself. Each day I wake up with a goal that I want to achieve. I want to do something different, work hard, and improve on my basketball skills each day, but also my schoolwork. That's the most important thing. And to be able to have a chance to play college basketball on a full ride scholarship is a big honor.
What are you studying?
I'm studying recreation and sport, leisure studies and recreation. I want to coach someday after basketball.
Cool. So you really are living into that kind of mentor mentality, teaching younger kids. I'm sure there's a lot of kids in our church that either look up to you, or when they see this, they're going to start looking up to you.
Yeah.
What message would you have to those kids in our church that are coming up and, oh God, my mom's dragging me to confirmation again, this is so boring, or whatever? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I was the same way. Every Wednesday I was like, Mom, can we please not go? But now I look back on it, and my mom is really special to me. She was awesome growing up. I wouldn't want to have another mom to learn from. I respect her for taking me to church, and it's helped me a lot. I've matured a lot from that point on until now. I'm still maturing, but a message to them is listen to your parents. They're the greatest role models in your life. You might think other people are, but those are the two most important people in your life, your father and your mother. But my message to them would probably be, take each day as an opportunity for you to become a better person and to mature, and you're capable of doing anything. When I was in 6th and 7th grade, I never thought that I would be here to this day. I didn't think I was good enough to play Division I basketball, but when I hit high school, I got my first letter from a low Division I school, and from that point on I just kept working, and it paid off.
Your mom said you got offers from Minnesota, Arizona State, Iowa. Are there others you remember?
Yeah, I got offered by my top 4 was Iowa, Illinois, Arizona State, and Minnesota, but I got offers from a lot of schools like Providence, UNI, Butler. I got recruited by a lot of schools too, and that was just one of the greatest things that's happened to me. It was awesome, especially with my parents there by my side. They helped me choose what college I wanted to go to,
sure.
But it was also my decision. They weren't too nitpicky. They weren't like, you can't go here, you can't go there. They're like, they wanted me to go where I got a good education, where the coaches were cool, and they respected me, and they wanted the best for me. And I think Coach McCaffrey and his staff here, I'm really thankful for playing for them.
Yeah, you fell into it. Just a situation.
Yeah.
So we watched your first year. So proud of you. Everybody at church, you did great. Second year, your sophomore year, you've hit some adversity. A lot of guys do that in their sophomore year. The question I have for you is, and now we kind of see you coming out of it. Hit those great shots, back-to-back shots, Illinois.
Yeah.
I about had tears in my eyes, but I'm so proud of you. But can you talk about where you draw strength from when you hit times of adversity? What wells do you go to?
This whole year's, I've had to deal with adversity more than I ever have had in my life. I've never really been in a slump this bad, but it's not about just when you're struggling where you need to get advice from people. Even when I always say don't get too high on your highs and too low on your lows. But I always go to my family. My parents are, the two most important people in my life. I always go to my mom and dad. And lately, me and my sister have built a pretty good relationship. When I was younger, we didn't get along how a lot of siblings do. But as I've gotten older and seen life in a different way, I love my sister, and I've text her almost every day and talk about that. But I think my family is the most important thing to me.
How does your faith life speak to your adversity?
Like I said, I always went to Sunday school every Wednesday and Sunday when I was a kid. I always went Sundays. In high school I did too, but once I've been in college, I actually sometimes go to church with Aaron White, one of our fellow teammates. Him and Mike Gassell go to church a lot. One thing for me is when I, in the next couple years and as I grow up, I want to start to be more into my faith and go to church more. I really haven't had the chance to do it, and I have had the time to do it, but like I said, when I get older and stuff, I really want to get more into it.
Yeah, and I'm telling you as a pastor, we see that from everybody. So don't feel bad or guilty that you're not going to church, that sort of thing. I guess I want to ask the question of, even though you're a college kid and that's kind of on the back burner for you, your faith or your church life, are you still connected to God? Do you feel God's connection to you? And if so... Yeah,
I really do. Like I said, and you said, this year has been dealing with adversity. I've gone through some tough times. I haven't made shots, but like the other night against Illinois, I hit 2 big key threes to maybe seal the victory, and that just speaks for it right there. He's still with me, I feel like, and I just got to keep working hard, and I think he's gonna basically lay my path out the rest of my life, and go from there.